What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Box Out Boys podcast. We are the NBA podcast of the people, your home for lukewarm takes and substandard analysis. I'm Titus Two Shots Dominguez, and the only guy with me tonight is the birthday boy, the lawn boss, Joey McCroskey. Get that, Joe.
I scared everybody away tonight, I guess.
It's a very special birthday one-on-one episode. Well, happy birthday to our boy here.
The real friends.
The real friends are doing it. Well, hey, we should probably point out Chris might be on his way to Oz. He's having some weather issues out by him. So wishing him and his family the best. Stay safe, guys.
He's in a real life version of Twister currently.
Yep, currently in Twister. So,
Dorothy!
Dorothy, put the little sensors up. Get some information at least, Chris. He's trying to watch the game in his basement. So that's why we're a little late starting up tonight. One, we were waiting for the Bucks game to end because our Bucks Boston game, because that was a thriller, and we'll definitely get into that. We're basically gonna kind of do a recap with me and Joey here, and then we'll kind of touch on some of the other games from the past week. But that's where those guys are at. And then Adam is currently working on some videos for us for intros again. So those guys will be back next week. But all right, let's just get right into it. Joey, what happened, man? What do you think? Instant reaction. We literally just, like, the buzzer just sounded. We literally flew to the mics.
We watched it live.
Together.
Live commentary. Should we start with the last play?
Yeah, I guess let's go to the last play.
So I guess what I said there's a reason Marcus Smart is Defensive Player of the Year and not anything surrounding offensive stuff, because he put his head down and dribbled straight into a triple team and had Jason Tatum wide open.
So
wide open. 6 seconds to go in the game. They're down 3.
Yep.
Needed a 3 to tie. And inbound the ball. He dribbled and got triple team. He tried to, I don't know if he was trying to force like a shot to get a foul call, like game 4 or game 3, whatever he was up to. But yeah, he missed Tatum absolutely wide open. Giannis kept him in it down the stretch. Connaughton nailed 2 free throws at the end to put him up 3. And Drew Holiday had a filthy block on Marcus Smart.
An all-time play there, man.
2 bad plays from Marcus Smart in a row, getting blocked by Holiday, going up for a layup, and then turning the ball over with 5 seconds left.
Yep. So Chris might be on the stream here. I'm just trying to see. Chris, if you want to get on, go ahead and jump on. I'm going to leave you off, though, for now. But yeah, all right, Chris is back.
I am back. I'm in my basement.
He's back up
room.
Tornado boy. He's got the mic.
With the tornado.
This looks like some
80-mile-per-hour winds.
80-mile-per-hour winds. Wow, he's live.
90 to 100 is what tornadoes take. But I've made it.
Oh, my God. It looks like something out of Blair Witch right now if you're joining the stream.
It's terrifying.
Chris is in a darkened house with his microphone, guys.
Oh, my God. I'm so frustrated. I tried watching the game. I kept getting tornado warnings. I'm like, I know there's a tornado nearby. I get it.
See lightning in the
background. You can see the
background.
lightning cracking in the background.
Wow, this is one of the wilder episodes. Well, Chris, did you happen to see any of the end of the game or no? You're muted, but
I only saw the play-by-play.
He saw the play-by-play.
Marcus Smart, what happened, guys? Did he miss the layup?
All right, Marcus Smart got blocked by Holiday in one of the sickest blocks. I mean, just like not even a tip, like a full grab, take it out of his hands. And then as Holiday's falling out of bounds, he has a presence of mind to throw it off his chest. Unbelievable.
The best.
One of the craziest plays. Joey was like a few seconds ahead of me, and I hear him just go, "That is filthy." And I'm just waiting patiently to see what happened.
It was filthy.
It wasn't
even a block. It was like straight up. He took it out of his hands. He was going for a layup and he just grabbed it and he palmed it.
I'm just so mad I missed it. I saw the Bobby putback to put him up.
Putback was good.
Holiday getting that block. It's just the presence of mind that's amazing.
Yeah, that Bobby putback. So that was on. Giannis had 2 free throws to potentially tie it up. Makes the first one, misses the second one. And then Bobby just gets in there. Brown was kind of drifting off to the side.
Smart came in. He went flying.
Yep.
He completely stumbled, went flying through the lane, and everybody stood, and Bobby did not stand. Bobby jumped.
And got that board.
Bobby got the board.
All right, so now that we're kind of have reacted here, let's start to maybe push forward. Joey, before we hopped on, I was telling you, I think that this, if Boston won this game, I was like, they're going to wrap this up in 6. And then if Milwaukee won this game, if they somehow managed to win this game, they managed to win this game. But Boston has played them tough all series. They already won in Milwaukee once. What is your gut feeling? Is this coming back to Boston for a game 7? What do you think is going to happen, Joey?
I think it's coming back to Boston for game 7.
Oh, there it is. The faith.
I think, what'd you say? This is the second game that Milwaukee had no business winning.
Yes, this is the second time they had no business winning this game.
And like when they were up, when we first got on and started talking, right, I was like, man, Boston's good. Like they get on these runs and like, Milwaukee's can't get over that hump. I think Boston, I don't know. I have faith. Like their defense on Giannis, he scored 40 points, 16 and 27, but like it doesn't look easy for him. And I feel like that has to pay dividends to them at some point. It's paid dividends, I guess, in them getting 2 games so far in the series. I think they could get another one out of this. I don't know if they have enough to get a game 7, but my only concern, I guess, is like they are young and they're not quite as tested as Milwaukee is right now.
Any chance?
There's definitely something to be said for that. But man, Milwaukee doesn't look like they're playing like, the favorites right now. Like they don't look like they're showing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Boston has been the better team all series except for game 1. But Chris, do you think that this win was enough to maybe like turn the tide? Was this the kind of the momentum shifting game that everybody says pivotal game 5s? Was this the game changer that maybe can open up the rest of Milwaukee's guys that have kind of been absent this series?
I will preface this by saying I did not get to watch the last 5 minutes. I did watch this game.
Yeah,
I was watching this game. I'm so frustrated with this game. Milwaukee played a perfect game. They got 17 offensive rebounds against 5 against the Celtics, 13 to 10 on turnovers. They had 9 and 2 after the first half. Second half then was 8 to 4. Milwaukee stole this game. Dude, we were on this pod. There was 7 minutes left. They were up by 10. They were down by 10. But we're like, I don't know. It could happen. And, sure enough, just a couple key things worked out. I think Milwaukee's closing this out tonight. I think Boston needed this win. And because Boston looked like the better team the whole night. Horford was getting, Horford only got 8 points, but he had some good putbacks. He had 1 offensive rebound. He had 1 good putback. He's doing a great job defensively on Giannis too. 8, 8, and 6 from the guy. Marcus Smart looked like he was going to hit every 3-pointer he was open for. He went 3 for 5. I think they're going to be fine. Apologies if you hear my kids. George Hill.
They don't like your take, man. They disagree with you.
Clearly hate my take.
Boston fans.
George Hill played 12 minutes and got a minus 15. That guy, if he plays more than 8 minutes in game 6, then they deserve to lose the series. But other than that, I think it's ugly. It's ugly basketball. But the way that Holiday plays, like he's not good offensively, but you can just tell what he did at the end of that game was just so perfect. Like how you explained it, where he just made the block on Smart. He just made the right play, pressed him and keep it in bounds. Yeah, he's a proven winner, and so I'm so pumped that Milwaukee won this game. I'm bummed that I had a tornado warning to block it, but yeah, I still like Milwaukee in 6.
I think to me this was. I just, I think it's a monumental task what Boston has ahead of them. Like they have to go into Milwaukee after losing this game, which again, Chris said it, you said it, Joey. They absolutely stole this game. They had no business winning this game. Milwaukee somehow puts it together at the end, makes the right plays to kind of steal this win. For the second time in the series, they've stolen a win. But now I think you go back to Milwaukee. And those guys are going to be ready to go. They're like, all right, we got to close it out here. I think they're going to have that mindset of we have to close it out now because you don't want to go to – you come back to Boston for a game 7 and anything goes, and Boston has played incredible in Boston. So I could see the Celtics winning that series if it comes back. But
hey, maybe Giannis has an orbital fracture. He's going to pull an Embiid. Got that big cut in the eyebrow.
What a wild finish.
Oh,
That was wild. That was a wild game.
great series. This lived up to everything we
Sorry, Chris.
expect.
Yeah, this is a
Honestly, it
great
should maybe
series.
be a game 7.
I kind of
Let's
feel
have,
like it
let's have
deserves a
Celtics
game
win
7.
game 6 and then Bucks win game 7. Let's just go
See,
completely
that's what-
against what we're all saying here.
That's why
right?
I don't want to have a game 7 because I'm rooting for the Bucks. So for me, I'm like, let's just get this done. Bucks.
Oh, here's Basket's comment. Let's
Yeah,
add this
go
to
ahead.
the chat here. Emma is not impressed. Ava's loving it. Nice. And then Bella's been
Bella's
Z's. She's
she's
out.
she's right
she's
to the storm.
perfect.
What a trooper! All right, well, let's move into.
Wait,
The-
you know baskets be awesome?
That's weird. I
Wait a
thought it was our fan.
I mean, they're technically a fan.
It's almost the 1-year anniversary of the greatest fraud
my
ever
God.
committed
The greatest
against
fraud
humanity.
ever produced against. What?
All right, we got like 3 other series to talk about. Let's
Yeah.
go
All right.
ahead.
Well,
Let's
quickly.
go.
Chris, when you were bunkered down for the tornado, where you talked, we're gonna keep this kind of quick. Essentially, a recap episode. But we'll go a little long, 25 minutes, maybe 30, something like that. But we're just gonna touch on the
Yeah,
other
it's fine.
series. So Miami takes a 3-2 lead over the Sixers, 120-85 in that blowout win. Those are the 2 blowout wins from yesterday. Phoenix takes a 3-2 lead, 110-80 over the Mavericks. A couple wild games there. Where do you guys want to start with that? And then, of course, we got Game 5 for Memphis. And,
we did this at the perfect time just because I'm interested in what your guys' takes are with these 2 series, considering a 30-point win and a 35-point win
Mhm.
yesterday. So you see that, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's over. Like, when that happened to the Bulls in Game 4, it was like, yeah, we're done. Whatever. I love what Lucas said after the game.
What do you
When they
say?
lost, like everybody's a big man everyone's likes to talk trash when they're up or when they're a front runner. I wish I had the direct quote, but he said it as he was going to the locker room, and it was just like such a perfect thing where you can he still has the confidence that he can win this series, and I'd be surprised if the Mavericks don't win Game 6.
Yeah, no, I actually think that's going 7, in my opinion. I think the Mavericks have played so good at home. I think they're going to get blown out again in Game 7, but it's just I see that coming back. Joey, what do you think about that series?
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's all right, man. It's been a long day, man. He's been partying hard today.
I've been partying
Right.
hard. Scotch flowing. We're in the zone tonight.
Scott
It's a wild one. Yeah, I definitely think Game 7 is possible. Luka has not played that well, all things considered.
Well,
His efficiency has been. I mean, his efficiency is like for Luka, right? His stats have not been great. Like he's getting his numbers, but in terms of efficiency and just kind of like dominant and taking over, just hasn't been like the stamp on it. And kind of, we've always said like Dallas has to have everybody cooking for them to have a chance. And then their 2 wins at home. That's exactly how it went. Granted, was that Game 4 when Chris Paul fouled out with like 8 minutes left in the game? That definitely didn't help the Suns' cause, but. Yeah, Luka and Devin Booker have a little like thing. I didn't know that
they're
was a
beefing,
thing, and
man.
I saw
Yeah.
that they're beefing here. I think we're due for one of Luka's 30, 15 and 10 kind of games where it's just kind of a
Where he takes over.
very scary moment. And I think they're going to get Game 6. I absolutely do. A Game 7, I think, would probably favor Phoenix just based on, again,
Yeah, how the series has gone.
my favorite word of our playoff pods, pedigree.
The pedigree, yeah, the pedigree, Joey. No, I kind of agree with you there, Joey. Luka, I would actually say he looks a lot like Giannis. Has been in the Boston series, getting his numbers, but just not looking as effective. Obviously playing Luka's style versus Giannis' style, but just seeming to have to work for everything. He's still putting up great numbers. But yeah, I think going back to Boston or to Dallas, Jesus, I'm blurring the lines here. It's gonna be tough. Chris, any more thoughts on?
I got the quote.
Yeah.
Everybody acting tough when they up. That's a great quote. It was just like because Booker's such a punk front runner.
Oh wow, you
That's
know what?
why-
See, I think Lucas is such a
That's why I
punk
like
right now.
Luka. No.
I think
Luka's
they're
a
all
punk.
kind of being punks right now.
Yeah,
Chris Paul's
they're all
they're all
punks.
learning it from
Take a
Chris
side.
Paul.
Take a side.
Yeah.
It's fine. Chris Paul, dude. Okay, should we talk about Chris Paul for a second? He's been a bum these last 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't played great.
Yeah. They only won. They did not win this game because of Chris Paul. Sure, he had 10 assists and 7 points on 3 of 8. But it was because of Booker and Ayton and
Yeah, it
Cam,
was Booker and
Cam
Ayton.
Johnson. He only got 14, but I saw him so much in this game. I feel like he was
Yeah.
a plus 15.
He's a real
Two
X factor
steals.
for them. If he's playing good, they're having a hell of a
Bismack
chance to win that game.
Biyombo got 21 points. Or 21,
There it
sorry,
is.
21 minutes, 7
20
and
minutes.
6.
Oh, 20 minutes.
There was
Yeah.
some beef, right? There was some
Yeah.
tunnel locker room tussling or potential. Bismack
Something was
Biyombo
going,
and
yeah.
who was it from the Mavs was running back there? Marquise
Oh,
Chris,
Marquise
right?
Chris. Yeah, Marquise Chris, who he was drafted by Phoenix. So I think
Is-
it's more about that than anything.
It's kind of a fun rivalry.
You know what, man? Too, yeah, it's a fun rivalry, and everybody's saying, these guys are all friends now. Look at the Boston series. Look at the Phoenix series. These teams don't like each other, man. It is
Dude.
fun.
This is the year where we're changing the generations, and like sure we were in like a
It's a-
nice generation with LeBron. This is like all right,
Yeah,
no,
this
fuck
is the
everybody
full
again.
changing of the guard.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because you've got these teams like the Suns are like I call them old guard, not really, but like they've been there right last year, and you've got
Yeah.
the Mavericks who are like, hey, we're right on the cusp, and we think we can do this. Same
Yep.
with Boston and Milwaukee, like we're right here, and we think we can do this, and we're not really afraid of you guys anymore. And
yeah.
Well, to your
juicy.
point, Joey, I think it's a perfect point. I think that's what's happening. I think that's what we're seeing. I think we're seeing the teams of next year or the year after that are losing their heartbreaker series that are going to get them, motivated. Like Boston, if Boston loses in Game 6, if the Mavericks lose in Game 6, those teams are going to come back so hungry next year, knowing they can play with the best of the best,
isn't that
Yeah.
and it's going to be wild, man.
shouldn't Phoenix have kind of like been like that all playoffs?
Like what?
Phoenix-
Like we were so close last year. We had a great regular season. Like we should be in the East to like blow these guys out of the water. Like we're better than them. Like
I think that's how they're playing, but they are also playing a little bit of like as a front runner. I
Sure.
think.
They're such a high floor team. Like when
Yeah.
you look at Dallas, you look at Dwight Powell was their other start. He only played 7 minutes. You can tell there's like, okay, if they get somebody else to fill that position, this team can go up a level. Same with Boston in a way.
Yeah.
Grant Williams is not the guy. I'm sorry. Grant. You played 30 minutes, got 0 points in this game. Get off.
Yeah.
Just trying
No.
to
You're not getting
body
17
Giannis
million
all
a
night.
year.
I
whatever you're
think
saying.
Boston is going to be next year's Suns, at least in the East. I think they're going to be a complete team. They actually remind me a lot of
just gonna win a
Phoenix.
lot of games. Yeah.
Yeah, they have no holes. Depending on obviously what offseason moves they make,
We'll
if they
see.
lose
They-
some guys
yeah.
and stuff. But
Yeah.
I
Need
think
some
they're going to be
size.
tough. And I think Tatum and Brown in particular are going to they're going to learn from this because really this is I know the Tatum made a conference finals, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess he's been through the wars, in a way, but he was
It's so funny to
younger
say,
at the
but it
time.
felt like such like a cupcake conference finals. I don't know because
Yeah, I think
nobody
you're right.
thought
It
they were
wasn't-
going to make
yeah.
it past that round. Like it's so weird because the playoffs this year are so competitive, so tough.
Yeah. That
a lot of
Milwaukee
good
series
teams.
is just a
A lot of
bruising
guys.
series, man. A lot of
A lot of
guys.
guys.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, man. All right. That's trying to keep us moving here. All right. The other one we got to talk about is
Heat 6.
Heat 6. Yeah, Heat Sixers.
Spurs.
Heat and 6.
Okay.
So yeah,
sorry.
well, Joel came back. Sixers look good at home. Tie the series up 2-2. Come back, Game 5, get just absolutely housed.
Yeah.
What did you
right,
guys think of that?
This was a weird game. All right, I get it. Jim
Yeah. Uh-oh.
plus 36, which I think is the highest plus minus anybody's done this whole series. I didn't bother to look it up. Max Struss got a double double with 19 and Struess, 19 and 10 and plus 30. Gabe Vincent, third leading scorer behind Max Struess at 15 with a plus 20. What Jimmy Butler in the regular season was shooting 23% from 3-point range. In the playoffs in the first round, he shot 41%. Right now, he's shooting 35. Does this guy just not try in the regular
Yes.
season? Is he just kind of like
I honestly think that's probably it.
he's just going through the motions? He's got the guys around him. He knows how to win. It kind of feels that way because he's real. And I had it in front of me. I closed it now, but he was 48% or 46 from field goal range overall. In the playoffs, he's 53 or 52, and it's like that's huge. So
Yeah.
Jimmy's also
Jimmy-
kind of he seems like a pretty vengeful spiteful guy, and probably playing the
Philly's
Sixers
perfect.
kind of gets him going, gets his juices flowing a bit.
Yeah.
You're not
I don't
wrong
know
there.
what to make of this series. I still like Embiid. Harden obviously laid an egg. Tyrese was 2 for 10.
No, he's freezing up again.
Uh-oh.
Well, there was
The NATO's got him.
the NATO's. He's in the tornado. He's in the suck zone. You're cutting in and out.
Oh,
Twisted,
sorry.
man. No, you're sorry. You're cutting in and out. Well, there was that quote going around. I think to your guys' point. I don't know if you guys heard. I think I heard it on No Dunks. It's like a Draymond Green quote of there's 82 game players and there's 16 game players, and they were saying that Jimmy Butler's a 16 game player. Like he's the guy that shows up in the playoffs, and there's guys that that show up for the 82, but then they're nowhere to be found when it comes to the crunch time. So
That's just I saw a tweet
I think that's
about
him.
that too. I think Seth Partnow was talking about that where
yeah,
like you have guys that help you get to the playoffs, but once you're in the playoffs, those guys are detrimental to your success. And they're talking about like Tim Hardaway Jr. for Dallas is kind of like that guy where he is a lower floor, but he's kind of he'll lose you and win you some games. He's hurt right now, which is kind of beneficial, oddly, for Dallas. But yeah.
No, I kind of agree with
It's
that. I think
kinda
you're seeing that with
you can have them kind of. It's a you can have them kind of thing. Even though we put Jimmy Butler, we'll see if Jimmy Butler wins. If Jimmy Butler goes to the finals, then we can take him off the list. But like until then,
again, if it goes to the finals again, yeah.
Again.
Well, I think you're seeing
the
it.
real finals, not the bubble
it's
finals.
a real
Yeah. You're seeing it in that Boston Milwaukee series where it's just everything has to go through Giannis or Holiday, and the other guys that were big in the first round and had good series against a lesser team in the Bulls are less of a factor when it gets to that crunch time, and just how much the rotations and stuff tighten up, sort of the way they can hunt guys defensively. Just the game changes in the postseason and how physical it is, man. I mean, Joey, what are you thinking of the physicality in that series? I know it's something we always bring up, but man, it just looks like a war in there.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. But you think about like the guys on both of these teams. So like the Heat, right? You got PJ Tucker, Jimmy, Bam, who thinks he should have been Defensive Player of the Year. Dwayne Dedman, then Danny Green, Joel Embiid. Like you got these guys that are just used to like just throwing their bodies around and just kind of smacking each other and just playing hard. And it's definitely kind of looking. It's playing out kind of how you expected. I don't think anybody expected a 35-point loss, but it's just so weird that like they could play so well in games 3 and 4. Yeah. And Harden went on that run in game 4 where he just took over and he looked like, Houston Harden for a hot minute. And then they come back and just like lay the egg that they did. And it's like there's not a lot of there's not like cohesiveness, right? And like we keep talking about these teams that like who are the top teams, right? Boston, okay, there's a lot of cohesiveness in that team. Phoenix, there's a lot of cohesiveness. Like that's a thing. And Philly still looks like they're like, hey, when all the pieces are working, we're really, really good, but like we don't have that consistency and like that togetherness to be like, this is going to play out for us every night. Like we got to be perfect every night. And if we're not perfect, the wheels are off and they're off for good.
Yep. I think the last series to touch on, it's the only one that isn't going to a game 6. Well, yet. It is the Golden State and Memphis series. Golden State is currently at 3-1 in the series after kind of a fourth quarter comeback there in game 4 to kind of put them up. Memphis without Ja tonight too as well, right?
Yeah, Ja.
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, he's out. He's out. Yeah, he's out.
Ja's out for the playoffs.
He's out for the playoffs. Ja's out for the playoffs.
Most likely.
Yeah, I guess on this one we're in the middle of the first or second quarter here in that game, and it's a close game. But what do you guys think about? Is Golden State wrapping this up tonight, or is it going to have to go back to game 6 here in Golden State?
I think I picked the Warriors to cover.
The cover.
And he's frozen. I think they wrap it up tonight. They're down 6, but I just like get this feeling that Golden State is like toying with it. Like they're not that they're taking it lightly, but they're kind of just like, I don't know. seem like they're toying with them, like they're not playing at their full potential, but like when they want to go, they just can flip it on. And I guess that's kind of been their MO for quite some time, right? Like you're a 3-point shooting team, and when they start hitting, the basket becomes an ocean, and like those three guys, Poole, Clay, and Steph, they don't miss. And I'm less scared of the Warriors than I was, I think, after round one. I think we were all pretty high, like, oh shit,
Yeah.
man,
They could go to the finals. Yeah.
this is looking like a terrifying team. Like, but the whole death lineup thing, like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be clicking as much.
Yeah, it was a little overblown.
A little overblown. Like, do they have that potential? Like, yeah, sure. Like if they get hot, like they did in game 4, whatever game 3, game 4, and they went off, like, yeah, that's tough to beat, but they're not stringing those together. So I think there's a chance for them to be beat. I just don't think Memphis can do it. No Ja. They put Steven Adams back in the lineup, which is obviously an advantage for the Warriors with their small ball. And Dylan Brooks just likes to shoot until he can't stop shooting anymore.
His arm falls off.
Desmond Bane has not been the guy that
He was in the first round.
guy that he was in the first round or in the regular season.
He's an 82-game player, man. He played good in the first round.
So in the first round, he had 16. Desmond Bane had 16, 26, 34, 25, 23 points. In this series, he's got 9, 5, 16, 8, 6.
Wow.
They're just playing him differently. And he's got to go up against Clay. He's got to go against Wiggins, who's got longer arms. They got taller, longer players that I think maybe disrupts them better. But one question I wanted to ask you guys before the storm hit me again was who has lost more stock in this series on Memphis? Is it Dylan Brooks because everyone's blaming him for the game 4 loss, or is it Taylor Jenkins because he tried to blame Draymond Green on a foul on Jaren Jackson Jr., who Jaren Jackson Jr. even said, yeah, no, I just missed it. Like, Draymond blocked it.
Yeah. So. I mean, for me, I'd probably say Dylan Brooks. I think he's kind of lost a little something for me. I thought he was a pesky guy, but the way he's kind of he had that cheap foul and then kind of some of his complaining, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Joey.
Yeah, I think Taylor Jenkins.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. He's kind of clowning in these press conferences afterwards, like the whole like. He hurt Jordan Poole hurt Ja's knee. Like that whole thing is just
too.
That got blown out.
Like, okay, and now even more so that it comes out and it's a bone bruise. Like, I'm sorry, but him grazing his fingers across his knee doesn't bruise someone's knee like on the inside of the bone. It's just not a thing. So I think he's kind of clowning, and I don't know, like why they chose to bring Steven Adams back, Dollar Store Aquaman. Right, you bring him back. Like why now? Like why are you putting him in and featuring minutes against him? Like he's a big, tall, slow guy, and
he's give me the big man. I don't know. I'll defend Steven Adams. In the last game, he had 6 offensive boards, 15 boards overall. Tonight he's got 3 offensive and 6 total. Right now, it's just for the boards.
And I think it's just to try to get
play
some
differently with him.
Offensive rebounds are coming in. All right, we can finish up with this last question here from Baskets. Be awesome with another awesome question. Which stadium would you rather be stuck in for a tornado? So let's go with the current teams, I guess.
So, the first stadium that came to mind for me was Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. Do you feel like that stadium is built for tornadoes now, considering everything that's happened there?
Well, they have hurricanes.
So
I don't.
I was just thinking about natural disasters in general.
I don't know if they've actually they boosted it. Just maybe there's smoothies there. That was my first time you said Smoothie King. I was like, they got Smoothie King
Center.
Yeah.
As far as what stadium I would want to be in during a tornado, I think I'm gonna go with the Milwaukee Stadium.
Pfizer Forum.
You got the Deer District right outside, close to the lake, right? I feel like
is that good? That's next to the lake.
I feel like you have some. Yeah, I feel like you have a base. You know what I mean? The tornado's not going to go on the lake, I guess, right?
Is that how tornadoes work? Can it help break it up?
Right. It breaks it up, right? It's like when a hurricane comes to land, it gets broken up. It's the same thing with a tornado. I feel like that's science.
Science, man.
That's science. That makes sense.
Science.
Science. That was a great Walter White impression.
Who's that? No, I know who that is. I'm
Who's that?
kidding.
Have you watched Breaking Bad?
No.
Okay. Oh,
my
sorry.
God,
Who,
you're
who's your
killing
who's your
me.
arena? Who's your stadium?
Yeah.
Maybe the Chase Center, the Warriors.
The Warrior Center, yeah, Chase
The
Center.
The new one? Well, I mean,
Just
what's the chance of a tornado happening there?
True, and then also
Earthquakes.
if you're gonna have to explore something, like you might as well explore like the newest arena, right?
That's
Like,
true.
one of
All right,
The
you know
nicest
what?
looking fun
like-
arena.
the cool
That was a
one that's
smart
got
pick.
all fancy
If you wanna go-
technology in it, like
I like that. If I wanted to go that direction, I don't know what the LA Rams Stadium is called, but that one was didn't they-
SoFi.
SoFi Stadium. Didn't that go for like $1 billion?
That's I think a lot more.
It was
Football.
more than $1
Right.
billion to build that thing.
I mean,
$1 billion. Do
Bi-
you know
a
it would take you- it
billion
would take you 33 years to count to $1 billion.
How do you know that?
was an Uber
the
fact.
SoFi Stadium cost more than $5 billion to build.
$5
Oh,
billion.
$5 billion.
All right.
I like
oh
I
my
like your
God.
strategy though, Joey. Go with something with fresh steel. It's got fresh bolts in there.
Like, I mean, I
Nothing's
don't want to
been
hang out in the
rusted.
United Center like during
Yeah.
a tornado. Like, cool.
Yeah,
what are you gonna
That thing's
find?
getting blown down for sure.
Yeah, the trophies are going with it.
Yep. All right. Well, I think we did it, boys. It was a wild episode.
We recovered from our plan
Right.
being completely blown away by a
Happy birthday!
tornado.
I had a stat. Happy birthday, Mo Harkless. He turned 29 today. He's a journeyman player. I thought he was going to make it in Portland. He was in Sacramento last couple of years, but I still believe in you, Mo. So
Yeah,
good luck
That
to
was
you.
the best stat he's ever had.
I wonder if he has any feminine qualities.
Happy birthday, Mo Harkless.
Well, Arcles,
Well,
Arcles, whatever.
that's it for us tonight. Join us next week to talk more NBA basketball. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch at the Box Out Boys. Slide in those DMs. Join us live Wednesdays at 8:30. Send us an email to theboxoutboys@gmail.com. And as always, like, subscribe, and review wherever you're listening to this at now. We very much appreciate it. So for Chris, Joey, and Adam, I'm Titus. Until next time, Box Out!